Good afternoon, sir. Ayub Shaikh, sir. I think there might be some technical difficulties. Let me introduce Ayub Shaikh, sir, once again. He is a HoD of Department of Zoology at ICS College in Khed, Ratnagiri. Yes, sir. So, are we audible?
Yes, madam. Yes. Shall I start, madam?
Sure, sir.
So good afternoon to all.
Good afternoon, sir. So, all the members have joined through through our single point of entry,
Okay, okay, madam. So
and we have
I need
displayed it
I
on.
okay. I need some basic information of the institution. So right now, what is your status of assessment and accreditation process?
Yes,
That
sir.
DVB have been cleared.
Sir, I'll ask Satyajit Patil, sir, to talk
Yes,
about
sir.
the
PPT
technical
has been
analysis.
cleared, sir.
Achha,
PTV,
DVB has been
PVV
cleared.
has been cleared, sir.
Pre-qualify issued pre-qualify letter.
Yes, sir. The
Your
issues had been clarified. We
pre-qualify.
have also paid the payment for SSR.
Very good, very good, very good. And
Now expecting PTV.
so you are waiting only for the date should be declared from the Naac,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Yes.
Everything has been completed from the institutional side. All formalities have been completed. Now you are waiting for peer team, and at first I would like to congratulate to the institution that the institution have been undertaken the very challenging Naac assessment and accreditation process. That the various stage of the assessment and accreditation processes so far have been completed successfully. Therefore, this I would like to congratulate to principal of the institution, IQC coordinator, IQC team, and all teaching and non-teaching staff. Because as we all knows about how the revised process is complicated, challenging, because whole revised process is based on the online system, and in the online system, documentation is important. Not only documentation is important, but specific and concern correct documentation is important, and the institution have been gone through all steps and processes, complicated steps and processes, and today the institution is on the stage of the last phase of assessment and accreditation, that is the peer team visit. As far as peer team visit is concerned, so your institution is going first time through the online process, sir, Patil sir.
Pardon, sir?
Is it your first time that you are going for the online process of assessment and accreditation? It is your first time, or
Yes,
this is the
yes.
second time?
Yes, sir. It's first time.
Okay, first time.
Cycle 3,
Okay.
but first time online.
Acha, the cycle is three, but this is first time to face the online process of the assessment. Okay, sir.
Yes.
So that you all knows about certain changes are there in the process of the assessment and accreditation as per as old process and today's existing process, that is the revised process. So in old process, everything was in the hands of the peer team members. But in revised process, only the 30% assessment is in the hands of the peer team. These peer teams are going to assessing institution accordingly. They are scoring, they are giving the score, they are giving the scale to the institution. Earlier 3 days were for the visit. Now it reduced to 2 days, the majority of the work is going to complete in the first day of visit, 80%, and only uh, very few sessions which are there on the next day, and probably before lunch, the all peer team visit process is going to complete. So this is also one of the major change which have been made in old method as well as in revised method, which the institution is going to face. Now, voice is okay, sir. Volume wise, everything is okay. You are clearly audible me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay.
So certain basic things which are important we have to discuss, and our today's session will be as like that. 1.5 hour first session will be there in 1.5 hour. After that, there will be some question answer session, and 10 to 15 minute break will be there. So after the break, again we are going to continue. That will be the second session. So I'm going to present today's session. Two sessions I'm going to present today. So as far as first session is concerned, it is important that the institution must know certain prerequisite arrangement which has to be made before the peer team visit. So the all formalities from the institutions have been completed. Fees is also paid. Logistic fees is paid. Details about the hotel is also provided by the institution. Uh, three hotels detail have been provided. Along with this, again the nearest airport and railway station detail is also provided, and three slots of the visits are also provided by the institution. Normally, what method is going to applied by the NAC as far as dates of the PAT visit is concerned? They are going to select the slot as like 1 month advance. The institution should know. So as like slot is going to selected by the NAC means the institution will know the dates of the priority visit 1 month advance, and within 1 month whatever remaining arrangement is there, that is possible to complete. So accordingly you can plan your PAT visit, you can guess your PAT visit. 1 month advance the institution will know the dates of the PAT, means the NAC is going to inform to the institution dates of the PAT 1 month advance. When the dates are known to the institution, then the infrastructural arrangement is important. The institution is required to start with the infrastructural arrangement. Whatever infrastructure have been mentioned in the SSR, especially in criteria 4, criteria 6, criteria 7. So it is required to start the rearrangement of the infrastructure. This will be for more or less 10 days. And after the infrastructural arrangement, then the institution is expected to start the presentation, the preparation of the presentation. That will be again 10 days. You can do the presentation preparation and practice of the presentation. And the remaining 10 days will be for the documentation. So whatever documents are required to present in front of the peer team visit, so the institution can start to prepare, not prepare, but rearranging the documents which are expected to verify by the peer team. So you can plan in 1 month, henceforth what is required for the peer team visit. Meanwhile, you have to contact to the hotels, because already you are knowing about the hotel detail which have been provided by the institution. Meanwhile, you have to contact to the hotel so as to confirm which hotel has been booked by the NAC. So the hotel which have been booked by the NAC, in the same hotel, the institution is also required to book the one room, because it is required for support to the peer team members. That room will have the all ICT support. The computer will be there, net will be there, printer and all stationaries, rims and everything will be there in that room, because sometimes what is possible to occur, the PAT members will prepare the report in a hotel, and at that time they need support for as per as support is concerned, there is need to have one room in a hotel where the NAC have been booked for their members. And one non-teaching staff will be there in that hotel for 2 days till two PRT members are there in a hotel, and one typist is expected. So this arrangement is better to do well in advance. As far as institutional arrangement is concerned, in the college there is need one of the room, you can say one of the luxurious room should be there. The institution is required to make arrangement of one of the luxurious room, that is called as the peer team working room. Means if the room is spacious, then all kind of the presentations you can have over there. In the same room, the peer team members can take the rest. This room should have like the attached bathroom, fridge, AC, internet connection. So as like arrangement is required means this will be the working room of the peer team, as well as if they are willing then they can rest also, because as far as peer team members are concerned, three members are there. One, the chairman, he will be the retired vice chancellor above 60. Second, member coordinator, he or she will be professor of any university, more or less same age. And third is a member, he or she will be the principal of any college. So more or less the same age is there. Means the people who are coming, the persons who are coming for your institution, as per as PRT members are concerned, they are above 60. That's why the age problem, their tiredness problem, their health issues considering. So as like one of the room is required to arrange by the institution, that is called as the peer team working room. On the day of visit, as per the revised process, the peer team members are going to divide into two groups. In such situation, two video recorders are required. So well in advance, the institution is required to arrange the two video recorder. One video will goes with one team of peer team, and second video will go with the second group of the peer team. So this arrangement is also required to do well in advance. And if your infrastructure is very spacious, if it is scattered, then hopefully if the PRT members are not able to reach up to each and every corner of the institution, in such situation, well in advance, the institution is required to do the video shooting of all infrastructure. If they are not able to reach up to each and every corner of the institution, considering their health issue, with their kind permission, you can show the video shooting which is there with you. So excellent video shooting will be there. Commercial, professional video shooting should be there related to the all infrastructure with background wise. So as like arrangement is also possible to do by the institution considering 11th hours problem. Then prepare the booklet of qualitative metrics. Whatever qualitative metrics are there, so the qualitative metrics booklet you can prepare more or less 7-8 page booklet. That booklet will have the inputs of qualitative metrics only. And this booklet is how to hand over to the PhD members unknowingly to them. It is not as like that you are saying this is the booklet what we prepared and you can carry with you, not as like. But unknowing to them when they are going to finish the first day visit at the time of going to the hotel. So they are willing to have institutional magazine. So along with the magazine, you can also hand over this booklet of the qualitative metrics. This is because see on the first day night, final report preparation is there on the first day of night, and with the help of what they have been visited throughout the day, on the basis of that they are going to writing the report on the same night. So considering age problem, they may not remember more. Some members are noting down, but some members are not able to noting down what they have been observed, what they have been visited. So in such condition, booklet will be helps to the PRT members so as to write the report. So this kind of the arrangement also you can do from the institution side, and make the Xerox of each PPTs, because Though the process is new, but still the members are old. So the same members today are coming for the PAT members, PAT visit, which were in earlier process. So as per the methodology of the earlier process, some of the PAT members still now too they are expecting the xerox of the PPT. Sometimes due to the constraint, it may not possible that all presentations will be possible to complete. In such situation, they are asking to send the xerox of PPT at our hotel. So get ready with the PPT. Get ready with the xerox of PPT or the pen drive. It may be in the form of the pen drive as well. But pen drive concern is as like again we have to provide the set of the computer at hotel. So better to be ready with the xerox of all PPT. 11th hour, this may be asked by the PAT. So these all arrangements are required to do from the institutional side as far as PAT visit prerequisite arrangement is concerned. And as per the revised process, names of the PAT members are not going to disclose by the Naac. It is disclosed only 3 to 5 days before of the PAT visit. Date is declared by Naac well in advance 1 month, but actual names are going to declared by the Naac 3 to 5 days before. Letter is going to send by the Naac on registered mail ID stated the name and the details of the PAT members. From that point, the Naac is permitting to the institution directly contact to the PAT members so as to know the traveling schedule, that from which through which flights they are going to arrive, at which time they are going to arrive, because accordingly the institution is required to make the arrangement. So now the traveling arrangement, that is the main traveling arrangement, is doing by the NAC through the logistic fees which have been paid by the institution. But internal journey is there at the side of the institution. Means to receive from the airport or from the railway station till to relieve them on the airport or the railway station. This responsibility is there at the institution. Traveling responsibility is there with the institution. That's why the NAC is permitting to the institution so as to contact the peer team members when the letter is going to be issued by the institution, and this letter is issued normally 3 or 5 days before of the peer team visit. Sometimes the NAC is it is not purposely, but sometimes it may possible that NAC forgot to send the letter to the institution regarding the peer team members. When 3 4 days are there on when 3 to 4 days are there for PAT visit, and yet the institution not received any letter from the NAC related to the details of the PAT members, then directly you have to contact to the NAC that on so and so date we have the PAT visit, and yet we have not received any letter. Then immediately by the evening, NAC is going to send the letter. So it's not routine, but sometimes it may possible to occur. So in such situation, institution is required to remind to the NAC that yet we have not received any details of the PAT members. So then they are going to take the call up on the same. Once you are knowing the PAT members and their traveling details, then the arrangement is required to do from the institution side, that who is going to collect from whom is going to collect, that chairman, coordinator, and members of the PAT team. If there is the difference between the arrival timing of all members, then 2 to 3 vehicles you have to arrange. If there is no more difference that within a hour all PRT members are arriving at airport, then you can have one car in which you can take to all PRT members. But if there is a difference of the time of the arrival, accordingly the institution is required to make the arrangement of the vehicle so as to receive them from the airport or from the railway station till to your institution, till to your hotel which have been booked by the NAC members. And see, in this case, it is most important that the person who is going to receive to the peer team members. Normally, it is expected the IQC coordinator should go to receive the chairman, and rest of IQC member, 1 or 2 members, can go to receive the other members of the peer team. As lady teacher is there as a member of peer team, then it is better to have one of the lady teachers should be there with the institution at the time of receiving the peer team members. So this kind of consideration is also important as far as peer team members and the whole process is concerned. And it is more important the person who is going to receive the peer team members see from the time of you met them, that from the time to you met with the peer team members, from that moment the assessment is going to start by the peer team members unknowingly to you. And nowadays, all kind of the formalities are also prohibited by the NAC, that welcoming, grand welcome on the airport, and these all things to be avoided, because such all things nowadays are going to considered under the category of the malpractices. So simply with the flowers, you can welcome on the airport, and you can receive them. Try to avoid the formalities, but politeness is important. You have to maintain the politeness, and see the 2 days are most important. Whatever your ability is there, whatever your knowledge is there for 2 days, that should be considered yourself as null and void, because the overconfidence is most dangerous. 2 days are there only in which we have to present ourselves well. That most responsibility is there with the principal, and the topmost responsibility is there with the IPC coordinator, because all kind of the communications means till to day of the visit, the principal will be coordinated with the PRT members. First phone should be there from the principal, not by the IPC coordinator. Try to understand, because here is also ego concern. If the IPC coordinator is going to call first time and is trying to speak with the IPC member, then the ego of the members is going to hurt. That's why the first call will be from the principal. So after that, followed by the IPC coordinator. So later on, all follow-up can be taken by the IQC coordinator as per as their traveling detail is concerned, but try to have a first call from the principal of the institution. So my point of discussion was that the PRT members are going to start assessing your institution from the point, from the moment you met with them, and during the journey. This is very important period for the PRT members. From the during the journey, that is from airport till to the hotel, 25% assessment is doing by the PAT members unknowingly to you. So that's why the person who is going to receive the PAT member should be the knowledgeable, that he or she should have the thorough knowledge of the institution, the management, administration, because these all kind of information which is related with criteria 6, the participatory management, decentralization, the interference of the management, interference of the principal. So these all aspects unknowingly peer team members are going to assess during the journey from the airport to the hotel. So the person who went to receive the peer team member should have the thorough knowledge of the institution. He or she should know about the management.
Excuse me, sir.
Should
Excuse me, sir.
hello.
Yes, sir. Sir, a small request. Could you explain the same in English and Marathi? I mean, interchangeably, if is it possible for you?
Okay, okay, I will do. I will try. I will try.
Thank you so much.
My voice is okay, no? No?
Yes, 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 sir. No problem.
हा. तर हे the thing is as like the person who went to receive the PAT members should have the knowledge of the institution, should have the knowledge of the academic processes, should have the knowledge of the criteria 6, what is decentralization. For example, they are going to ask about how is your management. The management is calling to teacher or teaching staff, non-teaching staff at their home, who was there at the time of appointment, whether how the appointment process is there at your institution. So how you are going to organize the activities, isn't it? So how your salary is going to help. So And this discussion, they are going to start unknowingly to you. That simple, they will ask to your name, your region, how you came here. So slowly, slowly, they will start to take out the information from the person who went to receive related to the institution. तर जे कोणी पीअर टीम मेंबर्सला रिसीव्ह करायला जाणार आहेत त्यांनी थोडंसं ह्या पद्धतीचं आपल्या मनामध्ये थोडंसं हे थोडंसं तुम्ही असं ठेवून जायचं की हे असेसमेंट तिथूनच चालू होणार आहे वेन यू आर गोइंग टू रिसीव्ह फ्रॉम द एअरपोर्ट. देन दिस इज ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट फेज. हे आपल्या मनामध्ये एकदा असलं की चला आपलं असेसमेंट होणार आहे त्यासाठी थोडंसं प्रिपरेटरी फेजमध्ये जायचं आणि जास्त पण बोलायचं नाही. जेवढं प्रश्न विचारतील तेवढंच उत्तर द्यायचं, कारण जास्त बोलण्यामध्ये कधी कधी नको त्या गोष्टी देखील समोर येऊ शकतात. त्यासाठी जेवढं ते विचारतात तेवढंच उत्तर द्यायचं आणि मोस्टली द आन्सर शुड बी द पॉझिटिव्ह. आणि एकदमच पॉझिटिव्ह देखील नको, जेणेकरून त्यांना असं नको वाटायला की हे सगळे शिकून आलेले आहे. तर आपल्याला अनोइंगली टू अस दे आर गोइंग टू असेसिंग, थ्रू यू दे आर असेसिंग द इन्स्टिट्यूशन. ड्युरिंग दॅट टाइम तुम्ही देखील असं नाही दाखवायचं की तुमचं असेसमेंट चालू आहे. युअर ॲटिट्यूड शुड बी ॲज लाईक फॉर्मली यू आर डिस्कसिंग विथ द पीएटी मेंबर्स. And this is also important phase from the institution side. The things which are negative as far as your institution is concerned. So you can share during this time, because this time they are not PAT members. When they are entering in your campus, then they are the PAT members. They are not in a mood to listen what problems are there with you. But this is the phase. During the journey, you can also, the good thing for the institution is you can also share, you can also convey to the PAT member the things which are negative and which are not possible to attain, which are not possible to provide by your institution. Such negative things also you can communicate, you can convey with the PAT members. So both sides, this phase is most important. Let me share one of my experience. So during my visit, so I faced on my college faced a peer team visit during very beginning, that during the 2018 means just the new process have been implemented by the Naac, and unfortunately or fortunately, we were able to go to the Naac peer team members or Naac process in the revised phase. Just it was initiated by the Naac, and none of person was knowing about the process in India, whole India. And then we entered in the phase, and during that time what was happened, so solar panel that you all are knowing about, criteria 6 matrix 712, the renewable energy and energy conservation initiatives by the institution as like one of the metrics is there. And what I did, that I purchased the solar panel. So at that time during my year to visit at my institution 2018, and due to the budget problem I purchased only one panel, and I installed that one panel on our terrace, means our institutional terrace. One panel I purchased, and I made four sockets. Actually, panel was one, but I made four sockets with that. Socket in the sense the stand in which we can fix the panel, that is the solar panel. So actually, I purchased only one panel, but I again additionally suggested to make the four panels. Means it seems that the institution have been purchased the four panels, and at that time the provision was not as like that. The NAC was asking the receipt of uh, solar panels what you purchased, but nowadays the NAC is also asking the receipt. So we started that. I went to collect. I went to receive the PIT members, and I knows about that what kind of system they have. So simply discussion was started, and slowly, slowly, after 2 hours, 2.5 hours, we became quite familiar with each other. And this is also important. During this journey, the IPC coordinator normally having the burden to the whole institution, and IPC coordinator is most important personality in the overall process of the NAC assessment and accreditation. The confidence of the IPC coordinator is important, attitude is important, understanding is important, adjustment is important. So these all characters are most important, and upon all the confidence is important. If the IPC coordinator is going to lose the confidence during the peer team visit, the whole process is going to collapse. And this phase is most important. The IPC coordinators can build up the confidence during the interaction with the PAT members. The IPC coordinators make familiar with the PAT members during this journey. So this journey is most important. And mostly I must suggest that the IPC coordinator should have to go to receive the PAT members, instead sending other teachers. So the institution can convey the negative things which are there with the institution which are not possible to fulfill, but this is the best time to convey the negative aspects as well in a polite manner, because this is the period when the PAT members can listen to you. When they are entering in your campus, then they are not going to listen, then they are the PAT members. So this is also one of the good phase that you can convey to the PAT members. Again, the second most important thing, the PAT members are not willing to interference of the management. Managementचा interference देखील जो आहे ना तो आजकाल PAT मेंबर्सना जास्त आवडत नाही. पण आपल्या मॅनेजमेंट लोकांची खूप त्याच वेळेला असं थोडंसं एक दॅट दे आर एंटरिंग इन द डिफरंट फेज आणि दे आर ऑल्सो विलिंग दॅट त्यांनी PAT मेंबर्सचं जावं, त्यांचं स्वागत करावं. तर मोस्टली अवॉइड करा. इंटरफेरन्स ऑफ द मॅनेजमेंट जो आहे तो अवॉइड करा, कारण नवीन प्रोसेसमध्ये ड्यू टू द व्हेरियस माल प्रॅक्टिसेस NAC have been made a ban on such kind of the practices that the interference of the management. फक्त मॅनेजमेंटचा जो शेड्यूलनुसार जो लंच आहे त्याच वेळेला मॅनेजमेंटनं येणं चांगलं आहे. त्यासाठी थोडंसं अलर्ट राहायला पाहिजे कॉलेजमध्ये की मॅनेजमेंटला थोडंसं इंटरफिअरन्स कमी होऊ द्या. So when you are taking to the PAT members to the hotel, on the hotel there should be the welcome, not warm welcome, but simple kind of the welcome can be done by the and during that welcome the principal can take him or her 2 to 3 core head of the department, and formal there will be the introductions. Means again this is for the purpose to build the confidence. Head of the departments are somehow they are also important or core part of the NAC assessment and accreditation process. The principal is also important. So when the PRT members will arrive on the hotel, so there should be principal should present over there, and he or she should have to welcome along with the head of the department. 2 to 3, you can have the welcome over there, formal welcome, formal discussion, formal introduction, and here the introduction and this protocol is also important. When PRT members will arrive at the hotel, then IPSC coordinator should introduce to the principal as well as to the PRT members. So here the introduction will be IQC coordinator regarding to the principal, that he or she is the principal and these are the PRT members. With the name there should be introduction and the welcome. So first introduction. So after that there will be a tea, and in that tea, as per the permission of the PRT members, can have a formal discussion. Again the PRT members will discuss. Again there will be uh, they will try to take the information from the all remaining head of the department, from the principal unknowingly. तर तिथं देखील कॉलेजच्या बद्दल काही माहिती घ्यायचा प्रयत्न करतील, आणि हे आपल्या फायद्याचं आहे, कॉलेजच्या फायद्याचं आहे, कारण याच्यामध्ये कॉन्फिडन्स खूप महत्वाचा आहे. तुम्ही जरा सगळ्यांनी समजून घ्या, कारण आतापर्यंत तुम्ही सगळ्या गोष्टी सक्सेसफुली केलेल्या आहेत, ठीक आहे, आणि हे सगळं पाठीमागं झालेलं आहे. म्हणजे नॅकला तुम्ही पाहिलेलं नाहीये, नॅकने तुम्हाला पाहिलेलं नाहीये. सगळ्या ज्या काही डॉक्युमेंटेशनच्या प्रोसेस तुम्ही नॅकमध्ये आहे त्या सगळ्या सक्सेसफुली आजपर्यंत केलेल्या आहे. पण हे फर्स्ट फेस टू फेस मीटिंग आहे, हा फर्स्ट फेस टू फेस सेशन आहे. याच्यामध्ये कॉन्फिडन्स खूप महत्वाचा रोल आहे, सगळ्यांचा कॉन्फिडन्स. आणि ह्या ज्या छोट्या छोट्या मी ज्या काही गोष्टी तुम्हाला शेअर केल्या, त्या गोष्टी कॉन्फिडन्स बिल्टअप होण्यासाठी खूप महत्वाच्या असतात. जेव्हा कॉन्फिडन्स बिल्टअप आहे तेव्हाच तुम्ही जे काही तुमच्याकडे आहे ते चांगल्या पद्धतीने प्रेझेंट करू शकाल. बरोबर आहे ना? बिकॉज यू आर नोईंग अबाउट टुडेज वर्ल्ड इज व्हेरी डिफरंट. So what is there with you, that is not important. what is there with you, how you are presenting, that is important. तर त्यासाठी आता प्रेझेंटेशन हा खूप महत्वाचा पार्ट आहे. तुमच्याकडे जे काही आहे ते चांगल्या पद्धतीने प्रेझेंट करणं आणि ओव्हर कॉन्फिडन्स देखील वाटतं कामा नये. कारण डोंट फॉरगेट द पीपल हु आर कमिंग as a member of PIT members, they are the high profile people in the field of education pan India. That's why there should not be the overconfidence as well as less confidence. That's why these all just what I suggested. These all processes are involved. तर हे अशा पद्धतीचं वेलकम when you are welcoming to the PIT members on a hotel, formal interaction will be there, formal introductions will be there. Then by protocol, on the same night, there will be zero schedule meeting. That's रात्री schedule as per the PIT meeting schedule. एक zero schedule meeting रहते. So let me explain prior to this what kind of arrangement is required to do by the institution. NAP is sending letter stated the details of the PIT members along with other formalities, other letters. And one of the document which is going to be sent by the NAC, that is the PAT visit schedule. So basically, this is the draft schedule. Whether the NAC is sending or not, it's not matter. Already that schedule is there on the home page of the NAC. So very in advance, the institution is required to download that PAT visit draft schedule which is there on website of the NAC. And accordingly, the institution is required to prepare this PAT visit schedule. Draft schedule is there. With the help of the draft, the institution is required to prepare their own schedule. But draft report is as like that you cannot avoid any of the steps from the draft PAT schedule. But you can change the sequence as per your geographical situation. For example, in the draft report, it is mentioned that at 10 o'clock there is the interaction. At 11 o'clock, there is the departmental visit. And on next day, there are the visit to the physical infrastructure as like the grounds and other things. So as like if it is there in the draft report, then you can change the sequence as per your geographical condition. Supposed to be after the department or just aside to your academic department if the ground is there. Then as per the schedule, visit to the ground is on the next day as per the draft schedule. Visit to the ground is there on the next day. You can pre-con it. म्हणजे अकॅडमिक डिपार्टमेंटला लागूनच जर तुमच्याकडे ग्राउंड वगैरे असेल तर तुम्ही तुमच्या शेड्यूलमध्ये तर जो शेड्यूल तुम्ही बनवणार आहात तो व्हिजिट शेड्यूल असा असेल की आफ्टर द व्हिजिट टू द अकॅडमिक डिपार्टमेंट देन देअर विल बी द व्हिजिट टू द ग्राउंड. तर हे सिक्वेन्स तुम्ही चेंज करू शकता, पण एक देखील स्टेप त्याच्यातून तुम्ही काढू शकत नाही. ऑल स्टेप्स ऑल as per it, as it so all phases which are there in the schedule draft schedule तुम्हाला सगळेचे सगळे तुमच्या शेड्यूल मध्ये देखील इन्क्लूड करायचे आहे. फक्त सिक्वेन्स तुम्ही चेंज करू शकता. तर वेल इन ॲडव्हान्स वीक बिफोर द इन्स्टिट्यूशन इज रिक्वायर्ड टू प्रिपेअर द इन्स्टिट्यूशनल PAT visit schedule and in the zero meeting. आता मी तुम्हाला परत we are coming to our point. तर when the PAT will be arrived and after formal interaction at the night before lunch, before dinner, there will be the zero meeting by protocol. The purpose of zero meeting, so who should be present for the zero meeting? Normally principal and IPC coordinators along with the three members. So the five members zero meeting will be there. And in this zero meeting, whatever schedule is prepared by the institution, हे शेड्यूल जे कॉलेजने तयार केलेलं आहे तो शेड्यूल तो आहे तो पीआर टीमच्या समोर ठेवायचा. पीआर टीम सगळे बघेल तो शेड्यूल. इफ द पीआर टीम इज विलिंग दॅन सर्टन चेंजेस विल बी सजेस्टेड बाय द पीआर टीम. नाही हा सिक्वेन्स असा करा तसा करा, किंवा तसं जरी म्हणले तरी तुम्ही त्यांना क्लेरिफाय करू शकता. सर वी हॅव सच काइंड ऑफ द जिओग्राफिकल कंडिशन. आफ्टर द अकॅडमिक डिपार्टमेंट वी हॅव द ग्राउंड, सो दॅट्स वाय वी हॅव बीन प्री-पॉन्ड द सेकंड डे शेड्यूल टू द फर्स्ट शेड्यूल. हे अशा पद्धतीने तुम्ही काय करू शकता त्यांना. सो ॲज लाईक अरेंजमेंट यू कॅन कन्वे विथ देम. जस्ट मिनिट. हॅलो Yes, sir. Right now I am in one of the session. Yesterday I was called you, but unfortunately you were not able to. Okay, not an issue. Again, will be discussed. Today I will call after my session. I will call you. Huh? Then we will continue our discussion. Yes, sure. Sir, this is what the zero meeting schedule is important. In the zero meeting schedule, what the institution is required, whatever schedule is prepared, this is to be shown to the PIT members. If they are willing, they suggest the changes. Otherwise, they will accept it. Means acceptance of the schedule is the purpose of a zero meeting, which is their first night before 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 a day before a first day of creating music. That zero meeting schedule is there at the night, and this is for to finalize the schedule. What the schedule which is prepared by the institution. So this is the from this point the actual creative music is going to start. तर आता आपला जो आहे हा प्री रिक्विजिट जो आहे दॅट होल थिंग वी हॅव टू डिस्कस हॅव एनी क्वेरीज याच्याबद्दल काही प्रश्न कुणाच्या मनामध्ये असतील तर विचारू शकता एक दोन तीन प्रश्न त्याच्यानंतर आपण लगेच पुढचा फेजला चालू करणार आहोत ओव्हर टू द इन्स्टिट्यूशन Am I audible? Hello, somebody there from the institution side?
Yeah, yes, sir. Patil, sir.
No, no, no.
पाटील सर
Yes, sir.
अच्छा याच्याबद्दल काही डाऊट किंवा आणखीन काही विचारायचं असेल तर आतापर्यंत जे आपण डिस्कस केलं त्याच्याबद्दल आणखीन काही प्रश्न असतील तर एक दोन तीन प्रश्न आपण डिस्कस करूया नाहीतर आपण पुढे चालूया
क्रायटेरिया संदर्भातले विचारले तर चालतील का सर?
नाही नाही आतापर्यंत जे आपण मी आतापर्यंत सांगितलं ना सर
हो हो
आतापर्यंत जे आपण डिस्कस केलं ना त्याच्यावरती जर काही डाऊट असतील तर विचारू दे नाहीतर क्रायटेरिया तर पुढे येणारच आहे आपण तो आता पुढे जाणारच आहोत सगळ्या
सांगितलं ना.
चालूया
नाही मग
पुढे?
सर हो हो
Okay, so this is the pre-visit meeting at the place of the stay, just what we discussed about. Then the first day is going to start. First day of the PAT visit normally that will be start at 9 o'clock. Again, the time management is most important because the PAT members are not only assessing the input which we have been provided with the qualitative metrics, but also they are also assessing the time management of the institution, that how the institution is going to manage the time. So this is most important. 2 to 3 times the institution should have the mock visit, because see whatever will be the status of the institution, but without mock visit, that you don't understood that what is your level. That's why it is better 1 or 2 mock visits should be arranged by the institution. So that is important to manage the time on the day of actual creative visit. As well, that is important to build up the confidence. Everybody will know that what on which stage they are. That's why better to have mock visit. Okay. तर पीएटी मेंबर जे आहेत ते फक्त टाइम मॅनेजमेंट देखील खूप महत्वाचा विषय आहे. तर टाइम मॅनेजमेंटवरती देखील त्यांचं लक्ष असते की ज्या पद्धतीने शेड्यूल्समध्ये तुम्ही दिलेलं आहे त्याच पद्धतीने सगळं होतं का हे देखील ते ऑब्झर्व करत असतात. त्यासाठी ते देखील मॅनेज करणं हे दॅट इज मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टंट. So again, your internal arrangement will be as like that. You have to count the duration which is required from hotel to your institution. Supposed to be there is half hour. There is a half hour duration is required so as to hotel to the institution. Then your arrangement should be as like half hour before you have to reach to the hotel. When you are reaching to the hotel, only you have to knock to the PAT members and you have to inform that you have been arrived so as to receive them. Then as per their time they will come, but you should reach over there a half hour before on the hotel. And you have to make the arrangement as like the 10 to 15 minutes before the PAT members should reach on the in a campus on the main gate. Normally 9 o'clock is the schedule, first duration of the schedule. 9 o'clock the PAT visit schedule is going to start. So you have to your arrangement should be as like that 8:45 you should take to the PRT members along means the PRT member should reach on your main gate at 8:40 to 8:45. अशा पद्धतीचं तुम्ही मॅनेजमेंट करा. And when the PRT members will be arrived on the main campus, main gate, so two vehicles will be there. That one vehicle for the PRT members and one vehicle for the IQC coordinator, and along with IQC coordinator, one of the teacher is also required. So both cars will be there. Both cars when they will reach at main gate. So everybody should get down at the main gate, and there should have the introduction. Means there can management can be there. So management can be on the main gate. Over there, the management will welcome to the PRT members on the main gate. And during this time, again, there will be that formal welcome should be there, not such warm welcome as like that something you are gifting them the big things like the flowers and these all things. Simple, formal, polite welcome should have from the management. And at this stage, again, the introduction here, the principal is required to introduce because principal is already introduced first day night when the PRT members arrived at portal. आणि इथे मात्र प्रिन्सिपलनी इंट्रोड्यूस करायचं मॅनेजमेंटचं इंट्रोडक्शन करायचं पीआर टीमला आणि पीआर टीमचं इंट्रोडक्शन करायचं मॅनेजमेंटला आणि मॅनेजमेंट इथं पीआर टीमचं जो आहे तो वेलकम करणं बरं राहील म्हणजे ऑन द गेट. त्याच्यानंतर इफ यू हॅव द एनसीसी अँड द एनएसएस then there should be parade of the NCC and NSS when the PRT members are entering from main gate to the administrative building. So you can take them with the NCC parade. If NSS parades are there, that will also you can have. Means this is also the presentation. What the institution have, this is to be presented because in overall schedule there is no such kind of the presentation is there. NCC should present, NSA should present, and this is the best time to show what is there with the institution. तर एनसीसीच्या परेडनी त्यांना तुम्ही ते घ्यायचं जेव्हा परेड होईल तेव्हा अशी अरेंजमेंट करा. इफ यू हॅव अ गुड कॅम्पस देर ऑन आयदर साइड देर विल बी द स्टुडंट्स एनसीसी स्टुडंट एनएसएस स्टुडंट and your formal students. So as like all students, you can arrange the all students over there. You can call to the all students over there, properly arrange them, and in such condition, in such situations, you can welcome. You can take to PRT members in your administrative gate. Just a minute. So at the administrative gate, there should be the welcome, second welcome. This is what we can say the second welcome. And this welcome will be the traditional welcome. So here, the girl student can welcome along with the lady teacher or whatever arrangement is there with the institution. So here you can have the traditional welcome because so these all are the presentation. It is not as like that you are doing special things for the PRT members. These all you are presenting what is there with the institution. So there is need to present by the institution directly, indirectly, academic part. There is need to present by the institution directly, indirectly, student support services. There is need to present by the institution culture which is there with the institution. So you are taking to the PRT members to the parade field to the administrative building. So at the gate of the administrative building, there will be second phase of the welcome, and here you can apply the traditional way of the welcoming that the girls in a sari will do the arti and the puja as like something what formally we are going to follow the traditional method. So accordingly, you can welcome to them traditionally, and from there till up to the administrative gate, the management, principal, IPC coordinator, and these all members will be there. They all will be walking supposed to be. They all will be taken with the parade. And after the gate of the administrative building, traditional welcome. And after the traditional welcome, the management should leave this group. And furthermore, the principal, IPC coordinator, and the PLT members can follow the furthermore. And the principal can take to this all in a principal cabin. If we have the precious principal cabin, then there will be You can offer the tea or the snacks to the peer team members. If they are willing, then it would be. Otherwise, you can have presentation. So as far as presentation of the principal is concerned, so again, as per the infrastructural arrangement with the institution, as the principal cabin is a precious, then the principal presentation should be in a cabin, or if the principal cabin is not spacious, then you can have the principal presentations also in a NAP working room where you have to make the arrangement of all presentations. So, principal presentation is going to start. It's the first session of the whole the PIT music, PIT schedule. First session is the principal presentation. The 45 minutes are for the principal presentation. So I said at the beginning, time management is most important. तर वेळ हे खूप महत्वाचा आहे. प्रेझेंटेशन जो आहे प्रिन्सिपलचा प्रेझेंटेशन 45 मिनिट दिलेले आहेत म्हणजे 45 ते 50 मिनिट पर्यंत जावा. त्याच्या पुढे मोस्टली जाऊ नका. कारण this is also the skill of the presentation that how you are presenting large in a minimum duration. त्याची देखील प्रॅक्टिस होणं गरजेचं आहे. ते देखील स्किल अप्लाय करणं गरजेचं आहे. आणि लेट मी टेल यू दिस इज मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टंट इव्हेंट and this is most important responsible event what I want to say as far as principal presentation is concerned, because this is the first session. This is the first session of the PhD music which is going to begin. How the principal is going to present the whole PhD schedule, the whole peer team schedule is depends on the principal presentation. How effectively principal is going to present, how confidently the principal is going to present. Accordingly, the peer team members are going to make the picture of the furthermore sessions. So that's why this presentation is important. Time management is also important, that you have to follow the time, not to less than 14 minutes, more than 15 minutes. So as like manage the time for the principal presentation. So as far as principal presentation is concerned, that there should not be the more decorative type of the presentation. There should not be more to see rather than to listen. What I would like to suggest. Presentation simple करा, informative करा. मोस्ट डेकोरेटिव्ह प्रेझेंटेशन करण्याची काही गरज नाही. आणि प्रेझेंटेशन हा असे करा की फक्त पॉइंट तिथे पाहिजे, बिकॉज नीड टू मोर कम टॉक टॉक बाय द प्रिन्सिपल. म्हणजे दे आर एक्सपेक्टिंग, द पीएटी मेंबर्स आर एक्सपेक्टिंग दॅट दिस शुड बी एक्सप्लेन बाय द प्रिन्सिपल. नाही तर मोस्टली काय होते की प्रेझेंटेशन मध्ये सगळेच्या सगळे वाक्य तिथे असतात आणि फक्त प्रेझेंट करणं म्हणजे ते वाचण्यासारखंच होऊन जातं. त्यासाठी प्रेझेंटेशन जेव्हा तुम्ही बनवा फक्त पॉईंट तिथे घ्यायचं आणि त्या पॉईंटवरती फ्यू सेकंड, दॅट इज द 15 to 20 सेकंड पर पॉईंट शुड बी एक्सप्लेन बाय द प्रिन्सिपल. तर अशा पद्धतीचं जर प्रेझेंटेशन केलं की तो इफेक्टिव्ह असेल. कारण त्यांना ऐकण्यासारखं करा, पीआरटी मेंबर्सला ऐकण्यासारखं करा, जे ना की बघण्यासारखं. ठीक आहे. म्हणजे if they are going to listen to the principal, that will be the most effective presentation. So principal presentation is important. Then as far as principal presentation is concerned, that I said the time management is also important. The time should be followed. 45 minutes are there. So when the principal preparation of the principal presentation, that again most important thing, that this is the first session that I said, and this is the fresh mood of everybody. And one more thing is most important. Let me share before I forgot. The when the peer team members are arriving in your campus, at that time, literally they are throwing what we can say the angriness, and this is they have been taught. This has been taught. This has been as like the peer team members have been trained. They are firing 2 to 3 hours beginning of PRT members. First to 9, when they are arriving in the campus 9 till to 11 o'clock, they are firing everywhere. They are showing their face that they will. So they are very angry. They are not happy. As like their attitude is there, but don't lose your confidence. This is the routine process, and as like the PRT members have been trained that when you are entering in a campus and first phase you don't be loose. If you are going to lose, then whole peer team session may get disturbed. So that's why they are in very high level when they are arriving in the campus up to the lunch. So that's why. So this is the time of the examination of the principal as well as the accuracy parameter. So don't lose your confidence. When you are losing your confidence, the whole system is going to collapse. Whole visit schedule will get collapsed. So this is part of their practice. Whatever things you are doing good, whatever you do the good thing, then also they will anger you. They will show that they are not happy. They will show that everything is going wrong. That is the part of practice. It is not only for your institution. So as like they have been trained, ते तसंच करतील म्हणून त्याच्याकडे तुम्ही बिलकुल त्यांचा ह्या वागण्याचा तुमच्या कॉन्फिडन्सवरती फरक बिलकुल पडू द्यायचा. Okay, I'm coming again to our main point that as far as principal presentation is concerned, the first slide of the principal presentation should be the vision, mission, and objectives of the institution. It is to be explained by the principal. Then second slide should be related with the principal is required to explain how the institution is working as per the vision, how the institution is going to working as per the mission, and how the mission statement have been achieved by the institution in last 5 years, 10 years. So in brief, the principal is also required to explain. In short, first vision, mission, objectives of the institution. Second slide should be how the institution is working as per the vision, as per the mission, and as per the objectives of the institution. After this, principal presentation should concern with the qualitative metrics. Okay, so let me explain. Not to include quantitative metrics in a principal presentation because the peer team members visiting your institution to assess the qualitative metrics only. ते quantitative metrics आणि peer teamचं काहीही देणं घेणं नाहीये. रादर त्यांना क्वांटिटेटिव्ह मेट्रिक्स बद्दल विचारायचा अधिकार देखील नाहीये, तरी देखील ते विचारतात कारण त्यांना नवीन सिस्टम असं तेवढं त्यांना ते बहुतेक आय थिंक दॅट they are not more aware about the new system. In a guideline of the new system, it is mentioned, in the policy of the new system, it is mentioned that PhD members have only concern with the qualitative metrics. म्हणून ना प्रिन्सिपलच्या प्रेझेंटेशन मध्ये फक्त क्वालिटेटिव्ह मेट्रिक्सलाच फोकस करायचं कारण आपल्याकडे वी हॅव ओनली 45 मिनिट आणि 45 मिनिट मध्ये प्रेझेंटेशन करायचं. याच्यामध्ये जर तुम्ही क्वांटिटेटिव्ह मेट्रिक्स आणि सगळ्या काही गोष्टी कव्हर केल्या की ज्या गोष्टीचं असेसमेंट करायचं आहे ती गोष्ट बाजूला राहून जाईल आणि हा प्रिन्सिपलचा प्रेझेंटेशन जो आहे तो याच्यावरूनच पूर्ण असेसमेंटचा एक ड्राफ्ट हा जो आहे ना तो तयार होतो त्या पीए टीम मेंबर्सच्या मनामध्ये कारण ते तयार करतात. ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द प्रिन्सिपल प्रेझेंटेशन द होल ड्राफ्ट ऑफ द रिपोर्ट इज गेट प्रिपेअर्ड इन देअर ब्रेन बाय द पीए टीम मेंबर्स. That's why it is most important to include only the qualitative metrics. हा क्वांटिटेटिव्ह मेट्रिक्स देखील इन्क्लूड करा. फक्त 2 ते 3 मिनिटांमध्ये तुम्ही बोलू शकाल. म्हणजे इफ यू आर गिव्हिंग 40 minutes फॉर क्वालिटेटिव्ह मेट्रिक्स, ओनली 5 minutes in which you can present the quantitative metrics. पण कुठले क्वांटिटेटिव्ह मेट्रिक्स which are remarkable achieved by the institution, म्हणजे ज्याच्यामुळे पीए टीमच्या मनामध्ये एक पॉझिटिव्ह इम्प्रेशन कॉलेजचा तयार होईल. असेच काही जर रिमार्केबल क्वांटिटेटिव्ह मेट्रिक्स असतील तरच तिथे प्रिन्सिपलने प्रेझेंट करायचं. ते देखील फक्त 3 ते 5 मिनिटांमध्ये. मॅक्झिमम जो 40 minute टाइम स्पॅन इट शुड बी प्रेझेंटेड ओनली, इट शुड बी रिलेटेड टू ओनली द क्वालिटेटिव्ह मेट्रिक्स. तर आता रिमार्केबल क्वांटिटेटिव्ह मेट्रिक्स जस्ट काय असेल म्हणजे फॉर एक्झाम्पल suppose to be your student have been very excellent achievement is their remarkable achievement is there in the cultural activities. तुमचे विद्यार्थी हे कुठे परदेशाला गेलेले आहेत कल्चरल so as to present India. Your student have went to the abroad so as to present India. So this is the remarkable achievement. तुम्ही असं काही मोठं एक्सटेन्शन ऍक्टिव्हिटीज केलेली आहे त्याच्यामुळे राष्ट्रपती पदक, प्राईम मिनिस्टर पदक किंवा दॅट यू हॅव बीन रिकॉग्नाइज्ड बाय द चीफ मिनिस्टर. So as like because extension activity is basically concerned with the quantitative metrics, award of the extension activity is concerned with the quantitative metrics. इथे तुम्ही त्याचा उल्लेख करू शकता जर अशा पद्धतीचं तुमच्याकडे अचिव्हमेंट असेल जेणेकरून एक कॉलेज बद्दलचा ज्या काही गोष्टी नॅक पीए टीमला माहिती नाहीये त्या चांगल्या आणि रिमार्केबल गोष्टी नॅक पीए टीमला माहिती होतील आणि त्याच्यामुळं क्वालिटेटिव्ह मेट्रिक्स मध्ये थोडं काही लूप होल असतील तर ते काय ते झाकून जातील. तर त्यासाठी in a presentation there should be a qualitative matrix, but the small time span you can give for the presentation of the quantitative matrix and those quantitative matrix which are most remarkable. तर आता प्रेझेंटेशनची एक एक स्लाइड चालू होईल. द first slide is vision, mission, objectives. After that, the second slide should be how the institution is working as per the vision, mission, and objectives. And next slide should be related to the effective curriculum delivery. That how institution is going to deliver a curriculum, how effectively delivered. About that, one or two lines should be explained by the principal. Then adhere to the academic calendar, how the institution is going to adhere to the academic calendar, how the institution is going to stick with the academic calendar, especially the internal examinations, that is the continuous internal evaluation is concerned. त्याच्यानंतरची स्लाइड असेल क्रॉस कटिंग इश्यूज. फक्त दोन दोन तीन तीन लाईन मध्ये एक्सप्लेन करायचं क्रॉस कटिंग इश्यूज बद्दल काय आहे, हाऊ मेनी क्रॉस कटिंग इश्यूज रिलेटेड कोर्सेस हॅव बीन टॉट बाय द इन्स्टिट्यूशन, along with that other extra activities which are based on the cross cutting issues are also conducted by the institution. Remarkable activities, student centric method. सो स्टुडंट सेंट्रिक मेथडमध्ये आपण काय करतो, एक्सपिरिच्युअल टीचिंग लर्निंगमध्ये कॉलेज काय करतं, पार्टिसिपेटिव्ह टीचिंग लर्निंगमध्ये कॉलेज काय करतं, आणि प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व्हिंग टीचिंग लर्निंग मेथडमध्ये कॉलेज काय करतं. एक एक लाईननी तिथे प्रिन्सिपलचं एक्सप्लेनेशन करणे गरजेचं आहे. After that, the slide should be related to the ICT tools which have been used by your teacher during the teaching learning process. त्याच्यानंतरचं slide, how the internal examinations related grievances are solved by the institution. त्याच्यानंतर next slide should be the initiatives taken to communicate PO, PSO, CO. What kind of initiatives have been taken by the institution so as to communicate PO, PSO, CO to the different stakeholders. Then there should be the attainment methodology. In the principal presentation, there should be the attainment methodology, that how attainment is done at institution level, then extension activity and its outcome. After that, the slide should be related to the award of institution due to the extension activity. त्याच्यानंतरची स्लाइड असेल ओव्हरव्ह्यू ऑफ इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर. ह्या स्लाइडमध्ये पूर्ण कॉलेजचं इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर, परंतु 3 मिनिटामध्ये, not more than 3 minutes. Overall, number of classroom, number of ICT enabled classroom, number of smart classroom, then seminar halls, administrative office, playground, cultural related infrastructure, laboratories, libraries. So everything, all infrastructure should be explained by the principal, not more than 3 minutes. Then some more time should be given as per as the infrastructural information is concerned, more time for the library. One of the special slot you have to take aside in principal presentation as per as infrastructure is concerned, the library. Then overview of the library will be explained by the principal, that what is total area, how many sections, how many partitions, how many students can be accommodated, and what kind of facilities have been provided in the library. So some more information can be given by the principal as far as the infrastructure is concerned, and special emphasis to the library. Then, if the institution has the special infrastructure, don't forget to explain in principal presentation. Special infrastructure that the institution having the commerce laboratory, because this is, though it is there in academic infrastructure, but rarely the institution have. If you have the commerce laboratory, then you have to explain about the commerce laboratory. If you have the IoT laboratory, which is part of the IT department, the principal is need to explain about that. You have the English laboratory, isn't it? So as like if the institution have any special infrastructure, so that is also required to explain in the principal presentation. So one of the points should be related with that. After this, the slide should be related to the procedure for maintenance and utilizing physical academic support facilities. What kind of procedure is going to follow so as to maintain the physical facilities, academic support facilities. After that, the initiatives taken by the institution for representation and the engagement of the student, how the student representation is increased, how the students are engaged in day-to-day activity of the institution. After this, alumni activities. So alumni is registered as like first statement. After that, the various activities which have been conducted by the alumni, major, not various, major activities, and how the alumni is going to contribute it for the development of the institution in one or two lines. After that, there is need to explain present by the principal, that is the decentralization, how the institutional functioning is decentralized. Then to explain about the governing council, CDC, functioning of the governing council, functioning of the CDC, and most important, the remarkable action taken of the CDC and the governing council in the last 5 years. What kind of initiatives have been taken and how it is completed by the governing council, by the CDC. 2 to 3 lines is required to explain in principal presentation. Then how the appointments are going to held in institution, how the institution is going to follow the service rules as per the university, as per the government, then welfare measures in institution, and so far how many beneficiaries are there as per as the institutional welfare measure is concerned. Then briefly, principle is required to explain about the financial audit, that what is the frequency of the financial audit, who is going to conduct the financial audit, and how the financial audit is get approved, then the strategy for mobilization of the fund. This is quite more is required to explain by the principal, that what kind of the planning is there with institution so as to generate the fund. So the various sources how the institution is generating fund, and in last 5 years how many amount in the form of the fund have been generated by the institution. This is to be explained by the principal. Then briefly, principal should explain about the gender initiatives, that what kind of gender initiatives have been taken by the institution. Then the institutional efforts providing for inclusive environment, what kind of activities have been conducted. Institution initiatives for student and employees constitutional application. For this purpose, which kind of the activities are normally conducted by the institution. Then the lastly there should be the SWOT. This is important. The strength of the institution, weakness of the institution, authority of the institution, and threat of institution is required to explain by the principal. So this will be the last slide. With the help of this slide, the principal presentation can be over. SWOT will be there lastly, as far as best practices are concerned. So only the principal will title the best practice, but in detail introduction of the best practice, what I would like to suggest, it would be better as one of the teachers should get ready with the presentation. Best practices and the distinctiveness having the major weightage is there, 30 plus 20. Criteria 7 whole is of 100, of which only 50, of which 50 marks are covered for the best practices and the distinctiveness. That's why what I would like to suggest. So presentation of the best practice should be there with PPT. Presentation of the distinctiveness should be with PPT, because how you are effectively presenting the best practices as well as distinctiveness, accordingly the mark will be given by the creative members. In only formal interaction, you are not able to present the best practice. That's why be ready with the PPT as per as presentation of the best practice is concerned, as well as the distinctiveness. But as per the principal presentation, so principal will explain that we have these two best practices and this is our distinctness. And don't forget to explain that this will be discussed later by our respective teacher. So as like the principal is required to comment on, otherwise the peer team members will be think that here only the interaction of best practices and distinctiveness is over. त्यासाठी फक्त प्रिन्सिपलने बेस्ट प्रॅक्टिसचं टायटल सांगायचं आणि हे शेवटी सांगायचं की याच्याबद्दलचं इंटरॅक्शन जे आहे ते आमच्या नंतर टीचर करतील आणि शेवटी जो आहे स्ट्रेंथ सांगायचं, विकनेस, अपॉर्च्युनिटी अँड द थ्रेट वालेचं काय आहे हे सांगून प्रिन्सिपल जो आहे आपलं ते प्रेझेंटेशन आहे संपू शकतो. So one more thing before to forgot, let me share with you that get ready with the suggestion fulfilled by the institution. Suggestion of the earlier NAC peer team fulfilled by the institution. Get ready with this report. Most probably during the principal presentation, the member or NAC member will ask about that what you did for the earlier recommendation made by the peer team. So at that time, the principal should get ready. So this is the report, sir. I am going to hand over you. This is the report. What fulfillment made by the institution on the suggestion or suggestion made by the earlier NAC peer team. So this should be get ready in the form of the report as well. So here the principal presentation will be over. With this, the first session of the NAC peer team will be over here. So now over to the institution. can raise any doubt, any question, any queries related to till what we discuss. Over to you, Stephen.
Sir,
Yes, madam.
Patel sir.
I have any doubt, any queries, any question on the principal presentation or so far what we discussed, madam? Patil sir,
आहेत का काही
Patel
शंका?
sir.
काही नाही
आतापर्यंत किंवा
काही नाही
स्पेशली
प्लीज गो
प्रिन्सिपलच्या
अहेड सर.
प्रेझेंटेशन वरती काही प्रश्न वगैरे काही आहेत का? कारण का सेशन मोठं असल्यामुळं ना
नाही
सर,
नाही काय.
हा असं शक्यता आहे की विसरून जाऊ शकतो आपण, म्हणजे डाऊट वगैरे काही तर त्यासाठी मी थोडंसं असं फेज वाईज क्वेरीज घेतो.
नाही काही
ओके
सर,
सर,
शंका
आतापर्यंत
नाही
काही
आहे.
नाही ना?
प्लीज गो अहेड.
ओके आहे ना सगळं?
येस,
चालूया, पुढे
थँक्यू.
चालूया.
येस, प्लीज गो अहेड.
Okay, so here the principal presentation will be over. The some important tips are there as per as principal presentation is concerned. So during the principal presentation, most of the times or most of the PLT members, what they used to do, so they are going to shortlist the document which they are willing to verify, and this shortlisting of the document for the verification will be on the basis of the principal presentation. Normally this happens, and it is also not mandatory that everywhere it happens. But normally what the PhD members used to do, so during the principal presentation, they will shortlist the document which they verify, and after the principal presentation, they will hand over this list to the IQC coordinator. So kindly arrange this document which we have to verify. So this is one of the possibilities. So at that time, the IQC coordinator should get ready for this kind of work. One more arrangement the institution can do. So whatever qualitative documentation, now the part of documentation, whatever qualitative metrics related documents are there, no need to create the document specially for the PhD members. What document you have been uploaded with the SSR, same documents you have to present for the PhD members, but original documents. Unknowingly, sometimes it may possible to happen. जे काही एस एस आरला तुम्ही अपलोड केलेले तेच डॉक्युमेंटचं प्रिंट काढून ते ठेवतात कॉलेजेस. अननोइंगली अशा पद्धतीने चुका होत असते. पण ही चुकी तर करायची नाही. ओरिजिनल डॉक्युमेंट तिथं तुम्ही अरेंज करायला पाहिजे. ओरिजिनल डॉक्युमेंट विच यू स्कॅन बिफोर स्कॅनिंगच्या अगोदरची जी स्कॅनिंग ज्या डॉक्युमेंटची केली ते ओरिजिनल डॉक्युमेंटच तुम्ही इथे ठेवायला पाहिजे पीएटीच्या व्हेरिफिकेशनसाठी. आणि तुम्ही जे नॅक वर्किंग रूम जे तुम्ही तयार केलेली आहे त्या नॅक वर्किंग रूम मध्ये जे जस्ट मी तुम्हाला सुरुवातीला सांगितलं दॅट दिस काइंड ऑफ द अरेंजमेंट इज रिक्वायर्ड टू डू. वन ऑफ द कॉर्नर ऑफ दिस नॅक वर्किंग रूम there should be one table, and on that table you can arrange the all qualitative metrics related documents, all qualitative matrix files, 111 112, as like give the file number to the give the numbers to the file, and very in very good manner you can arrange this all documents, all file on a table at one of the corners on the table in a peer team working group where these all kind of the presentations were being arranged. Means what the peer team members should know, the institution is get ready for the verification of the document, but document should be the original document is important, so you can arrange matrix wise file on that table. So this is a kind of arrangement which the institutions can do. As far as principal presentation is concerned, that the presentation should be more focused on, unfortunately, the input which have been not given by the institution. So as like the input can present by the principal. For example, that you have supposed to be, you are doing one of the good practice which is very effective for effective teaching learning process is concerned. Unfor- Unfortunately, you are not mentioning the SSR. Then that you can present in a presentation. Supposed to be that. So this is the student-centric teaching learning method which we are going to adopt it. You have to mention, but unfortunately, we have not presented in the SSR. So as like the things which are qualitative metrics related, but unfortunately you are not included in the SSR as like you can present or as like things can be presented by the principal, because as like or such thing is going to notate, such inputs are noted by the peer team members and they will include. So they will include means they will think at the time of the scaling. So that will be the kind of positive benefit. Hello. हाँ मैडम session right now session is there, so we'll talk after hour. Hmm? Okay, I will call you. So the principal presentation should be as like that the inputs which are not included, unfortunately not included in a SSR, the principal can present as like inputs, and the inputs or the achievement which are after submission of the SSR, though, and they are related with the qualitative metrics. So for example, that up to the SSR submission, that your book purchase amount was near about 5 lakhs, and within a month after submission of the SSR till today, again 5 lakhs books you have been purchased. So that you can include in your presentation. So recently we have been purchased the books of 5 lakhs, which is not included in the SSR. So as like things can be also included in the principal presentation. And I spoke about the remarkable of quantitative metrics can be also presented by the principal with one of the slide, with the help of one of the slide. And principal presentation should be, this is important. Principal presentation should be more focused on outcome. Again, I'm going to repeat. So presentation should be the outcome based presentation. Means what activities you have been conducted that already peer team members are knowing through your SSR. तर प्रिन्सिपलनी या प्रेझेंटेशनमध्ये आउटकम बेस्ड प्रेझेंटेशन पाहिजे. म्हणजे ट्राय टू एक्सप्लेन व्हॉट इज द आउटकम. सो दिस ऍक्टिव्हिटी हॅव बीन कंडक्टेड, आउटकम ऑफ दिस ऍक्टिव्हिटी, दिस इनिशिएटिव्ह हॅव बीन टेकन, आउटकम ऑफ दिस इनिशिएटिव्ह. So try to focus more on the outcome. If the outcome based presentations will be there, it will be the most effective and most impressive. So this is also one of the important point to be considered at the time of presentation of the principal. So after the principal presentation, it may possible there will be the interaction. So during the interaction, so some questions will be raised by the peer team members on the basis of what the principal have been presented. आणि काही वेळेला त्यांच्या जवळचेच काही प्रश्न जे आहेत ते मॅथ पीए टीम विचारतात. तुम्ही याचं स्क्रीनशॉट घेऊ शकता, याच्यावरती थोडंसं तयारी करू शकता. म्हणजे इनिशिएशन ऑफ द प्रोग्राम, मॉडिफिकेशन इन द करिक्युलम, जर नवीन प्रोग्राम चालू करायचा असेल तर तुमच्याकडे काय मेथोडॉलॉजी आहे, करिक्युलममध्ये जर चेंज करायचं असेल तर ॲज अ प्रिन्सिपल तुम्ही कुठली मेथोडॉलॉजीचा वापर करताय, ट्रान्सलेशन ऑफ द विजन अँड मिशन इन टू द प्रोग्राम, जे काही प्रोग्राम तुम्ही ऑफर करता त्याच्यामध्ये विजन आणि मिशन रिलेटेड कंटेंट आहे का, मेकॅनिझम ऑफ द इन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑन इनिशिएशन ऑफ द न्यू प्रोग्राम अँड मॉडिफाईंग एक्झिस्टिंग प्रोग्राम, पॉलिसी ऑन द असेसमेंट ऑफ द स्टुडंट परफॉर्मन्स, कॉलेजनी कुठली पॉलिसी डेव्हलप केलेली आहे का विद्यार्थ्यांच्या असेसमेंटसाठी किंवा विद्यार्थ्यांच्या परफॉर्मन्स असेसमेंटसाठी कुठली पॉलिसी डेव्हलप केली आहे का, हाऊ द अपॉइंटमेंट्स ऑफ द फॅकल्टीज are there. So what method is going to follow for the appointment? How the appointing teaching staff, non-teaching staff, what initiatives have been taken for the training technical staff, and whether the faculties are evaluated or not. Faculty development program are going to conducted by the institution. Facilitating faculty research and consultancy, facilitating extension activity, encouraging student and staff participation in extension. As a principal, how you are encouraging to the student that more students should be participating in extension activity, as well as more teachers should be participating in extension activity. Confidential report, whether it is prepared or what is the outcome, what is the action taken on the confidential report, how is the grievance redressal mechanism, how welfare initiatives have been taken by your institution, what is impact of autonomy with the institution under the autonomy, then what is the SWOT, if SWOT is explained by the principal during the principal presentation, then here they are not asking about the SWOT, then problem faced in the managing this institution and solution. ॲज अ प्रिन्सिपल 5 वर्षामध्ये तुम्ही कुठले कुठले मेजर प्रॉब्लेम फेस केलेला आहात किंवा कुठले प्रॉब्लेम तुम्हाला आले, कशा पद्धतीनं तुम्ही तो प्रॉब्लेम मॅनेज केला आणि त्याच्यावरती कशा पद्धतीनं तुम्ही सोल्युशन शोधून काढला, इंटरॅक्शन विथ द स्टेक होल्डर. तुम्ही ॲज अ प्रिन्सिपल इंटरॅक्शन करताय का स्टेक होल्डरशी? विद्यार्थ्याची इंटरॅक्शन करताय का? ॲल्युमिनीशी इंटरॅक्शन करताय का? पॅरेंट्सशी इंटरॅक्शन करताय का? आणि त्याचा इंटरॅक्शनचा काय फायदा होतो? What is the outcome of the interaction with the stakeholders and innovation carried out by the institution during your tenure? शेवटचा प्रश्न विचारण्यात येतो, तुमच्या टेन्युअरमध्ये अशा कुठला इनोव्हेटिव्ह डिसिजन किंवा कुठला असा इनोव्हेटिव्ह प्रोग्राम तुम्ही अंडरटेक केलेला आहात आणि ते सक्सेसफुली कम्प्लीट केलेला आहात? अशा पद्धतीचा जे प्रश्न ते आहे ते विचारू शकतात आफ्टर द इंटरॅक्शन. प्रश्न हे त्या तुमच्या प्रेझेंटेशनवरती तर असतीलच, त्याच्या व्यतिरिक्त ह्या प्रश्नावलीवर देखील थोडंसं तुम्ही फोकस करा. पण याच्यावरती देखील जर if the experienced peer team member is there for your visit, if well known, the policy maker peer team member will be there with your institution as far as peer team member is concerned. Definitely he or she will be asked this question. म्हणून तुम्ही ह्या प्रश्नाची देखील तयारी जी आहे ती ठेवायची आहे. So after this principal presentation here, there is end of session first day creative music. Then after this we can offer to the team, to the peer team members as they are willing. Otherwise, the next session is going to start. The next session is based on the criteria one, curricular aspect, and next session, that is the second session of the first day, that is the meetings are there, and these meetings and interactions are with the head of the department. The duration is of 45 minutes. So as far as this second session is concerned, this second session again there are two possibilities. पहिली पॉसिबिलिटी आहे ते सगळ्या हेड ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंटला बोलावतील आणि इंटरॅक्शन होईल, फॉर्मल इंटरॅक्शन काय होईल ते देखील आपण डिस्कस करणार आहोत. किंवा याचाच एक दुसरा पार्ट म्हणजे डिपार्टमेंट रिप्रेझेंटेशन, आयदर ऑफ वन किंवा दोन्ही देखील. हे सगळं पीयर टीम मेंबरच्या मनावरती अवलंबून असतं. म्हणजे ह्या फेजमध्ये एक तर डिपार्टमेंटला, सगळ्या हेड ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंटला कॉमन बोलावून त्यांच्याशी इंटरॅक्शन करतील, किंवा वन बाय वन बोलावून इंटरॅक्शन करतील, किंवा वन बाय वन बोलावून त्याला डिपार्टमेंटल प्रेझेंटेशन करायला सांगतील. ऑल थ्री पॉसिबिलिटीज आर देअर. द इन्स्टिट्यूशन गेट रेडी विथ ऑल थ्री पॉसिबिलिटीज. So we are going to discuss concern to the first possibility, as the peer team members or as the peer team is going to decide to interact with the head of the department. तर इंटरॅक्शन कशावरती बेस असेल? इंटरॅक्शन विल बी प्लॅनिंग अँड डॉक्युमेंटेशन फॉर द करिक्युलम डिलिव्हरी, that how as a head of the department you are going to plan for the effective curriculum delivery, adhere to the academic calendar, how you are adhering to the academic calendar, how you are conducting internal examinations, or how you are continuously evaluating to the student as per the academic calendar, whether you are conducting the internal examination. Then cross-cutting issues, so they will ask which courses from your departments having the cross-cutting issues. Then the head of the department must know that courses which are under cross-cutting issues, so that should be also explained by the head of the department. Then they will ask about the special feature of the department. Some you may have any special feature of your department that is to be explained. Incremental development which have been made by the department in the last 5 years, that will be also asked by the peer team members to be explained by the head of the department. Apart from this, again, some questions which are possible to ask by the peer team members to the head of the department during the interaction, initiation of the program, modification in curriculum. ॲज अ हेड ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट तुम्हाला हे राईट आहे का? किंवा नवीन प्रोग्राम जर तुम्हाला जर चालू करायचं आहे, किंवा असलेल्या प्रोग्राममध्ये इफ यू आर विलिंग टू मॉडिफाय एक्झिस्टिंग करिक्युलम, देन व्हॉट इज द मेथडॉलॉजी यू आर गोइंग टू फॉलो, टीचिंग लर्निंग मेथड, स्टुडंट फीडबॅक, कुठली टीचिंग लर्निंग मेथड्स तुम्ही अप्लाय करता, ICT मध्ये तुम्ही काय करता, how you are teaching to the student through the ICT enabled tool, whether you are conducting the student feedback, फॅकल्टी इव्हॅल्युएशन थ्रू द सेल्फ इव्हॅल्युएशन. तर फॅकल्टीचा इव्हॅल्युएशन मेथडॉलॉजी तुमच्याकडे आहे का ॲज हेड ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट? हाऊ यू आर इव्हॅल्युएटिंग टू युअर फॅकल्टी? फॅकल्टी डेव्हलपमेंट प्रोग्राम काही ऑर्गनाईज केलेला आहे का डिपार्टमेंटमध्ये? किंवा तुमचे डिपार्टमेंटचे टीचर्स किती फॅकल्टी डेव्हलपमेंट प्रोग्राम आजपर्यंत जे म्हणजे 5 वर्षामध्ये अटेंड केले? अवॉर्ड कुठला मिळाला आहे का? रिकॉग्निशन कुठल्या टीचरला मिळालं आहे का? कॉम्प्युटर सेंटर म्हणजे व्हॉट इज द accessibility ऑफ द कॉम्प्युटर ॲट युअर डिपार्टमेंट, व्हॉट इज द लेवल ऑफ कॉम्प्युटर लिटरसी अँड यूज. डिपार्टमेंटमध्ये किती कॉम्प्युटर आहेत, एका वेळेला किती कॉम्प्युटर यूज करू शकतात, किंवा एका कॉम्प्युटर मागे किती विद्यार्थी आहेत, दॅट इज कॉल्ड द कॉम्प्युटर स्टुडंट रेशो. Then the grievance redressal mechanism. Grievance redressal mechanism डिपार्टमेंट लेवलला आहे का, वेलफेअर प्रोग्राम डिपार्टमेंट लेवलला आहे का, किंवा तुमच्या डिपार्टमेंटमधून कुणी वेलफेअर प्रोग्राम किंवा वेलफेअर स्कीमचा बेनिफिशरी आहे का, then participation in the preparation of the sales study. So as a head of the department, what is your participation in the preparation of the SSR? So this question will be also asked during the interaction. Impact of autonomy. As the institution is autonomous college, then how it get impacted? This will be asked by the PRT members to the head of the department during the interaction, and details of any innovative activity. So last question will be asked a kind of innovative activity which have been conducted by the department in the last 5 years. So these are again some of the questions which may interact by the peer team members with the head of the department. आता ही एक पॉसिबिलिटी झाली, म्हणजे काय तर इंटरॅक्शन विथ हेड ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट. तर सेकंड पॉसिबिलिटी जी आहे, सेकंड पॉसिबिलिटी काय आहे तर सेकंड पॉसिबिलिटी आहे डिपार्टमेंटल प्रेझेंटेशन. इंटरॅक्शन तर ते करतील किंवा ते म्हणतील की नो वी वॉन्ट टू डिपार्टमेंट विल बी प्रेझेंटेड बाय द हेड ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट, तर त्यावेळेला इंटरॅक्शन असेल, फक्त प्रेझेंटेशन असेल. तर ॲज पर ॲज सेकंड पॉसिबिलिटी इज कन्सर्न, ॲज पर ॲज डिपार्टमेंटल प्रेझेंटेशन इज कन्सर्न, देन 5 to 7 minute presentation should be there with every department. As far as departmental presentation is concerned, that qualitative metrics related input should be presented by the head of the department along with the quantitative metrics as well. First slide should be the introduction of the department. Second slide should be the departmental profile with reference to the staff. Third slide of the presentation should be achievement of the department, that academic achievement, co-curricular achievement, extracurricular achievement, and the research achievement of the research activity. Then publication of the department. Last 5 years, how many papers have been published by the teacher and how many books have been published by the teacher. Next slide should be the student progression and the placement. In last 5 years, how many students from your department have been placed and how many students have been progressed for the education. Then student achievement. Your departmental student what they achieved in last 5 years. So student achievement related one of the slides should be there. Assessment of learning level of the student. That how you are going to assessing to the student as far as slow learners are concerned, advanced learners are concerned. So that is also required to present by the department. Then teachers using ICT tools during this presentation. So you have to explain, the head of the department should explain that 100% ICT teaching learning process have been adopted by the department. Along with that has to be listed out the ICT tools and one or two photographs related to the ICT teaching by the teachers. Then next slide should be the analysis and use of the internal examination. How the internal examinations are concerned as far as continuous internal evaluation is concerned. What is the frequency of the test and tutorial conducted by the department, and results. What is the outcome of the results, or how, for which purpose the internal examination results are used. So that is important. So it is used so as to prepare the next academic plan. So as like answer should be ready, but analysis and use of the internal examination, that should be, or one of the slides should be related with this. Gradients of the internal examination. Department मध्ये जर काही अप्लाय आले असतील किंवा ग्रीव्हन्स रिलेटेड काय मेथडॉलॉजी आहे डिपार्टमेंटमध्ये, स्पेशली एक्झामिनेशन ग्रीव्हन्स रिलेटेड काय आहे का, टीचर स्टुडंट रिलेटेड काही ग्रीव्हन्स केसेस आहेत का किंवा काय मेथडॉलॉजी आहे, त्याची एक स्लाइड असायला पाहिजे. अँड नेक्स्ट स्लाइड शुड बी हाऊ द PO, PSO, COs आर कम्युनिकेटेड विथ स्टेक होल्डर. तुमच्या डिपार्टमेंटचे जे प्रोग्राम आउटकम, प्रोग्राम स्पेसिफिक आउटकम, कोर्स आउटकम कसं तुम्ही कम्युनिकेट करता तुमच्या स्टेक होल्डरशी, म्हणजे विद्यार्थ्यांशी कसं कम्युनिकेट करता, टीचर्सशी कसं कम्युनिकेट करता, पेरेंट्सशी कसं कम्युनिकेट, व्हॉट इज द मेथड वापरू. सो दिस यू हॅव टू एक्सप्लेन. अँड रिपोर्ट ऑफ PO, PSO, CO अटेनमेंट. जो काही अटेनमेंट केलेला आहे PO, PSO, COचा अटेनमेंट, तो अटेनमेंट रिपोर्टची एक स्लाइड जी आहे ती जे आहे ते प्रेझेंट करायची आहे. सो दीज आर द कोर कंटेंट ॲज पर ॲज डिपार्टमेंटल प्रेझेंटेशन इज कन्सर्न. Apart from this, if you have still time to complete the 7 minutes, then you can add what you will. Otherwise, with this you are going to present your department. That will be the most effective. So this is the second possibility. So with the end of this session, the first session was of the principal, second session was of interaction with the head of the department. So after the end of the second session, third session is going to start. So before the third session, it is important to be served tea or snacks to the peer team members as per their willingness. So don't forget to take the permission at each and every whatever you are going to do. So try to take the permission from the peer team members. Then you can offer them, because more or less 2 hours are over at this stage. Principal interaction is over, departmental interaction and presentation is over. Almost 2 hours are over. So this is the time to offer the tea or the snack. So you have to offer the tea or snack to the peer team members with their kind permission. After this, the peer team members is going to break into two groups. Means the presentation and interactions are over now. Henceforth, the team coming out of that working group means the third session is based on the criteria two, that is the teaching learning evaluation. And at this session, the peer team members are going to break in a two group. Alone chairman will be a one group, or he will take with the member, and a coordinator will be in second group. So as per their understanding, as per their convenience, two groups will be there. Chairman member or member coordinator and member or chairman alone will be a one group, and remaining two members will be another group. So as per their convenience, there will be the two groups, and both groups will be out from that peer team working group for the visits. From henceforth, the visits are going to start. So that is called as the departmental visit. So here, one kind of arrangement is also required to do by the institution, that two groups are there. The one camera with one group, second camera with another group. Each and every event should be recorded. It's a mandatory. Right from entering the campus till to exit meeting, each and every event should be recorded. This is the mandatory. So one of the camera will go with one team, and another camera will be with the other team as far as this projects are concerned. So here again, one of the teachers should get ready as like the IQC coordinator. कारण IQC coordinator हे chairman बरोबर जातील एक ग्रुप बरोबर, आणि दुसरी जी ग्रुप आहे पीआर टीमचा, त्या दुसऱ्या ग्रुप बरोबर आणखीन एक टीचर तुमचा इथे तयार राहायला पाहिजे, विच कॅन कम्युनिकेट विथ second group of the peer team members, that he or she should have the English knowledge, have a good communication skill, should have the all information of the institution, infrastructure information of the institution, because he or she will be as like the IQC coordinator. IQC coordinators will be with first team, second team will be assessed by the one of the teacher. So now the both team will be out for the departmental visit. So as far as visits are concerned, departmental visits are concerned. So 50% departments have been visited by the PFT members. That is again like 25% is 25% department will be selected by institution, or they can recommend, and 25% will be selected by the peer team. Supposed to be you have the 10 department, you have the 12 department. So out of 12, 6 department will be visited by the peer team members. Out of 6, 3 the institution can suggest, and 3 will be selected by the peer team members. So as like the departmental visit will be there. As less departments are there, then all departments will be visited. It is not mandatory that only 50% departments should be visited. This is in the case as more departments are there, as like 12, 15, 20. So then this kind of the formula is applicable. This percentage is applicable. For the departmental visit, the duration is of 2 hours. Within 2 hours, department means one of the team will goes to the three department. Second team will be goes to visit to the three departments. So as per their mutual understanding. So this is the internal arrangement which is made by the peer team members, that which team would be goes to where to visit. As far as this third session is concerned, which is based on criteria two, so this session is covering the point. The peer team members are going to cover the point assessment of learning level of the student, that during the departmental visit, directly, indirectly, the peer team members are trying to know that how the learning level, which method is going to applied by the department, by the institution, so as to assess the learning level of the student. Then student-centric method, which student-centric methods are adopted by the institution so as to enhance the learning experience, like the experiential teaching learning is there, participative teaching learning is there, students problem solving teaching learning is there. So which methodology have been adopted and how it is implemented. This is going to verify directly, indirectly by the PAT members during the visit. Then teachers uses ICT enabled tools for effective teaching learning courses. Then internal assessment is transparent and robust in terms of frequency and the mode. Then the internal examination related grievances is transparent, time bound and efficient. So stated program and course outcome. Then the attainment of program outcome and course outcome. So these are the parameters. Through these parameters, the visit are based, or the what departmental visits are based. These departmental visits are based on these parameters, means directly or indirectly. Through the formal discussion, they will understand, the peer team will understand this point, or sometimes they will ask to ask the document. For example, they will ask to provide the document of attainment. ठीक आहे, तुम्ही अटेनमेंट करताना तर मग एखादी फाईल अटेनमेंटची दाखवा बघू. मग इंटरनल एक्झामिनेशन तुम्ही कंडक्ट करता, ठीक आहे, एखादी फाईल इंटरनल एक्झामिनेशनची दाखवा. किंवा आयसीटी एनेबल्ड टूल्स आहेत तर मग एखाद्या टूल्स एका टीचरला म्हणतील तुम्ही टीचिंग कर आयसीटी टूल्स वापर करून. तर हे अशा पद्धतीचं any kind of the documents are possible to ask by the PA members during the departmental visit. So during the departmental visit, which again other documents should be there with the department, which may be possible to ask by the PAT members. Like first should be, as per as departmental visit is concerned, तर जी फाईल जी लागणार आहे डिपार्टमेंटमध्ये, तर कुठली फाईल ही साधारण प्रत्येक डिपार्टमेंटमध्ये पाहिजे. फर्स्ट इज द डिपार्टमेंटल प्रोफाईल फाईल, म्हणजे त्या फाईलमध्ये सगळ्या टीचरचं बायोडाटा वगैरे असेल. सेकंड फाईल विल बी द डिपार्टमेंटल मिनिट्स ऑफ द मीटिंग फाईल. थर्ड फाईल शुड बी द वर्क डिस्ट्रीब्युशन, जो काही वर्क डिस्ट्रीब्युशन झालेला आहे त्याचा फाईल असायला पाहिजे. नेक्स्ट फाईल शुड बी द टाइम टेबल, डिपार्टमेंटल टाइम टेबल फाईल शुड बी देअर विथ द डिपार्टमेंट. After that, the session file should be there in each department. Then the publication file should be there with the department. If the teacher wrote the book, then the all book should be there arranged in properly in the department, in the departmental library. So these are the basic requirements which are there required in every department during the creative visit. त्याच्या व्यतिरिक्त जे काही आहे ते ॲडिशन दॅट विल बी द चांगलंच आहे, पण कमीत कमी हे बेसिक आणि मॅन्डेटरी तरी प्रत्येक डिपार्टमेंटमध्ये पाहिजे. आणि डिपार्टमेंटल व्हिजिटच्या वेळेला ह्या सगळ्या ज्या पॅरामीटर्स आहेत त्या पॅरामीटरनुसार व्हिजिट होईल. ह्या पॅरामीटरनुसार प्रश्न विचारले जातील. या पॅरामीटरनुसारच जे आहे ते डॉक्युमेंट विचारले जातील डिपार्टमेंटमध्ये. तर दिस इज द थर्ड सेशन ऑफ द फर्स्ट डे, which is based focused on the criteria 2, focusing to criteria 2. The visits are there and departmental visits are there, especially academic departments are going to be visited within 2 hours after this session. Next session of the creative visit, that is session 4, and this session is based on the criteria 3, that is the research, innovation and the extension. As far as this session is concerned, this is the meetings and activities which comes under these sessions. The visits are there. The peer team members are going to visit into the laboratories, latest research equipment, computer center, incubation center if the institution have been claimed, central instrumental center, media laboratory, commerce lab, studios, as per as whatever is mentioned. As far as infrastructure is concerned, which is applicable for the research, innovation and the extension activity, extension is concerned. So visit to these infrastructure during the first phase, and the second phase there is the interaction. So the PAT members are going to interact with the head of the department of the research committee or chairman of the research committee, chairman of the collaboration incubation center. If you are the startup, then discussion interaction with the startup. If you are the industry, academia, innovation, so there is the interaction. And the important during this session is the visit to the NCC, visit to the NSS. So the NCC and NSS will be visited. So as per as the arrangement from the institution side, as per as this session 4, कॉलेजनी काय तयारी करायला पाहिजे. तर जेव्हा लॅबोरेटरीला व्हिजिट असेल, रिसर्च सेंटरला व्हिजिट असेल, कॉम्प्युटर सेंटरला व्हिजिट असेल, तर त्या इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चरमध्ये काय तयारी पाहिजे. तर लॅबोरेटरी, रिसर्च सेंटर, कॉम्प्युटर सेंटरमध्ये स्टॉक रजिस्टर तुमच्या त्या स्पॉटला तिथे पाहिजे. रिसर्च लॅबोरेटरीमध्ये प्रत्येक जे इन्स्ट्रुमेंट आहे ते एव्हरी इन्स्ट्रुमेंट शुड बी द टॅग्ड नेम, मेक, मॉडेल आणि त्याचा उपयोग कशासाठी आहे. आणि during the visit that one of the teachers should explain about the instrument and the utility of the research laboratory. म्हणजे कुठले इन्स्ट्रुमेंट आहे त्याचं काम ते जरी नाही ऐकले तरी एका टीचरनं पोलाइट लँग्वेजमध्ये हे सांगत सांगत त्यांच्या मागे जायचं. आणि युटिलिटी ऑफ द रिसर्च लॅब सांगायचं विसरू नका. म्हणजे या रिसर्च लॅबमध्ये किंवा ह्या लॅबोरेटरीमध्ये आतापर्यंत किती विद्यार्थ्यांची PhD झाली, किती प्रोजेक्ट कम्प्लीट झाले, किती पेपर झाले, थोडंसं आउटकम देखील तुम्ही तसं सांगत जावं. आणि त्याच्यानंतर ह्या इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चरमध्ये एंट्री आणि एक्झिट रजिस्टर पाहिजे, परचेस ऑर्डर पाहिजे. लॅबोरेटरीमध्ये लायब्ररीमध्ये जेव्हा व्हिजिट, लॅबोरेटरी आणि रिसर्च सेंटरमध्ये जेव्हा व्हिजिट असेल, कॉम्प्युटर सेंटरमध्ये जेव्हा व्हिजिट असेल तर परचेस फाईल पाहिजे, रिसिप्ट ऑफ द इक्विपमेंट तिथे तयार पाहिजे. तर this kind of the arrangement should be there during the visit to the said infrastructure. And as far as meetings are concerned, because in same session, first phase is the visit and second phase is the interaction. जेव्हा इंटरॅक्शन असतं, इंटरॅक्शन आहे कोलॅबरेशन. तुमची एखादी कोलॅबरेशन कमिटी असेल आणि असलेली बरीच आहे, बिकॉज द कोलॅबरेशन हॅव्हिंग अ स्ट्रॉंग वेटेज इन क्रायटेरिया 3 दॅट इज द कोलॅबरेटिव्ह ऍक्टिव्हिटी. तर ती जर कमिटी असेल तर त्या कमिटीची इंटरॅक्शन हे नॅकची टीम करणार आहे. जेव्हा इंटरॅक्शन होईल त्यावेळेला सेपरेट जर केबिन असेल तर वेल अँड गुड, नसेल तर ज्या एका ठिकाणी त्याची अरेंजमेंट करायची जिथे सगळेजण येऊन ते इंटरॅक्शन करतील. इन्क्युबेशन सेंटरच्या चेअरमनला जेव्हा बोलवण्यात येईल तेव्हा 2 फाईल घेऊन त्या इंटरॅक्शनला जायचं आहे. एक तर लिंकेजची फाईल, दुसरा ऍक्टिव्हिटीची फाईल. इन्क्युबेशन सेंटर when they are calling to discuss or when they are calling to interact with the head of the incubation center, तर त्या इन्क्युबेशन सेंटर कमिटीने देखील एक मिनिट्स ऑफ मीटिंग फाईल आणि ऍक्टिव्हिटीज फाईल हे 2 फाईल घेऊन त्यांच्यासोबत इंटरॅक्शनला बसायचं आहे. आणि इंटरॅक्शन बरोबरच ह्याच सेशनमध्ये विजिट्स देखील आहेत. सो विजिट्स टू द NSS and NCC. So what I would like to suggest as far as these visits are concerned, जेव्हा NCC ला विजिट असेल तर try to display the activities of NCC on the wall in the form of the flex. So whatever activities have been conducted, whatever achievements of the NCCs are there, so that should be displayed on the wall with the help of the flex. And one of the NCC student will explain these all things. That will be the effective. So during this visit, during the visit to the NCC, तर तिथे जो NCC ऍक्टिव्हिटीची फाईल पाहिजे, एनरोलमेंटची फाईल पाहिजे, ठीक आहे. आणि हे जे अचिव्हमेंट आहे ते वॉलवरती डिस्प्ले करायला पाहिजे. अँड इट शुड बी एक्सप्लेन बाय द NCC स्टुडंट. अँड NSS व्हिजिटला देखील असंच पाहिजे. NSS डिपार्टमेंटमध्ये जेव्हा टीम जातील तेव्हा 5 वर्षाच्या ज्या काही ऍक्टिव्हिटीज आहेत, whatever achievements are there in last 5 years, year wise we have to display on the wall in the form of the flex or banner, and one of the NSS student will explain this. आणि तिथे गेल्यानंतर मग NCCचे टीचर असतील, सपोर्टिंग स्टाफ असेल, फाईल जी आहेत ती एनरोलमेंट फाईल, NSS एनरोलमेंट फाईल तिथे असतील, ऍक्टिव्हिटीज फाईल तिथे असतील, ऍप्लिकेशन फाईल तिथे असतील. हे सगळे डॉक्युमेंट त्या त्या ठिकाणी असणं गरजेचं आहे. अँड द इंटरॅक्शन्स अँड बेटर टू हॅव द स्टुडंट प्रेझेंट. तर अशा पद्धतीचा जो आहे तो अरेंजमेंट and documentation is expected with the infrastructure which comes under session 4, which is based on the criteria 3. So after this visit and interaction, the fourth session will be over here, which was based on the criteria 3. And at this stage, as per the schedule, there is the lunch. And as far as lunch is concerned, so this lunch is by protocol. For the lunch, special invitees are expected. And do one thing, when you are knowing the dates of the PIT visit, so don't forget to write letter to the government representative that you have to write the invitation to the joint director, as well as you have to write invitation letter to the vice chancellor, registrar of the vice chancellor, affiliating university, because these representatives are expected during the lunch by protocol. So the peer team members will ask during the lunchtime that where is your government representative? Where they may or may not come, they may or may not attend this session, but the evidence should be there with the hand of institution that institution performed its job. That you have invited, but they are not present. If they are present, well and good. If they are not present, then you have to show the letter. See, the invitation has been sent, but they are not able to present. So lunch is by protocol. For the lunch, the 3 to 4 management members should be there by protocol. Principal, these representative, that representative from the joint director, representative from the university, and IPC coordinator. So 6 to 7 people's lunch should be arranged in a campus. Normally, the lunch is not going to prefer outside during the PIT visit. So this lunch should be arranged in a campus, and these people are required for the lunch. So this is not only lunch, but this is the lunch with interaction, because this is the duration interaction with the management. So during the lunch, when in the lunch room, all will be entered, then the principal is expected to introduce to the management. So accordingly, the management will be introduced to the peer team members. So after this interaction, after this introduction, the chairman of the governing council or the CDC will introduce herself or himself. Then remaining member will also introduce themselves. Then the question answer session start at the time of meeting. So formal questions, with the formal questions, the discussion is going to start. Normally the questions which are there asked, same common question, translation of vision, mission and into the program. So whatever program you are going to offer or your institution is going to offer, so those programs are concerned with your vision and mission or not, how the vacancies are filled, how the recruitment procedure is there, how the grievance redressal mechanism is there in your institution, welfare programs, how which welfare programs you are going to offer, and most important, what is future plan of the college. That is also called as the perspective plan. So the peer team members will ask to the chairman of the governing council, to the management, what is the future plan of the institution or the perspective plan of the institution, and how you fulfilled a last 5 years plan. So this is the important point to be get ready by the management. And next question they may ask, which are the plan to generate the resources, how you are generating resources or how you are generating fund to run the institution. So this question will be also asked by the peer team members during the interaction. They will ask impact of autonomy, how the institution is autonomy, then problem faced in the managing this institution and solution work out. So being a chairman of governing council, which problems you faced during managing this institution and how you solve the problem, how you come up from the problem. So this question they may ask. Then the interaction with the various stakeholders. As a management, whether you are interacting to the different stakeholders, विद्यार्थ्यांशी तुम्ही चर्चा करताय का, टीचर्सना तुम्ही बोलताय का, पॅरेंट्सशी तुमच्या चर्चा होतात का, ठीक आहे, त्या चर्चेचा भाग त्याचं पुढं काय करतात, व्हॉट इज द ॲक्शन टेकन ऑफ द डिस्कशन विच हेल्ड विथ द वेरियस स्टेक होल्डर्स. अशा पद्धतीचे काही फॉर्मल प्रश्न आहेत ते NAC peer team विचारतं मॅनेजमेंटला ड्युरिंग द लंच. So here the lunch is there as per session is concerned, and we are also going to stop here for 10 to 15 minutes. So again after 15 minutes, our next session will be continued. Over to you, sir. Patil sir,
येस सर. अरे
10 मिनिटाचा ब्रेक घेऊया आपण इथे.
हो चालेल चालेल. एक प्रश्न विचारू का सर?
हा प्लीज प्लीज.
We have 7 criteria heads who take care of 7 criterias. Are they expected to make a PowerPoint presentation before peer team?
Not at all, sir.
Thank you,
Because
sir.
criteria wise presentation is not anywhere considered to revise the process.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And one more question, sir.
Yes, please.
What are the expectations of NAC from HoD regarding cross-cutting issues?
So they will ask whatever which courses are based on the cross-cutting issues. कारण in matrix 113 you have been provided department wise name of the courses which having the cross-cutting issues. बरोबर आहे. हिस्ट्री मध्ये, हिंदी डिपार्टमेंट मध्ये, झुओलॉजी मध्ये, केमिस्ट्री मध्ये जे काही क्रॉस कटिंग कोर्सेस आहेत त्याची तुम्ही लिस्ट त्या 113 मेट्रिक्सला दिलेली आहे. तर ज्या ज्या डिपार्टमेंटनी ती लिस्ट दिलेली आहे ती लिस्ट जी आहे त्या त्या हेड ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंटला माहिती पाहिजे. तर त्यांनी म्हणायला पाहिजे की सपोज टू बी दे आर आस्किंग टू द झुओलॉजी हेड ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट विच आर द कोर्सेस बेस्ड ऑन द क्रॉस कटिंग इश्यूज. मग त्या झुओलॉजी टीचरने सांगायचं फ्रॉम माय डिपार्टमेंट टोटल 18 कोर्सेस विच आर देअर बेस्ड ऑन द क्रॉस कटिंग इश्यूज. तर अशा पद्धतीनं ते आन्सर एक्सपेक्टेड आहे.
ओके सर, थँक्यू.
तर आता ह्या शेड्यूल मध्ये देखील लंच आहे. आपण देखील एक लंच साठीचा 10-15 मिनिटाचा ब्रेक घेऊया. देन अगेन फर्दर मोर द सेशन विल बी कंटिन्यू. ओके सर.
थँक्यू सर.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes,
Sheikh,
madam.
sir. Sir, I'll be sending another link for the next session. Should I WhatsApp it to you or should I mail it to you?
Yeah, mail it. So you can send it to mail. So I will try. No
Okay.
issue.
Sir, can you let me know your email ID? Or can you
And
text me your email ID? I'll send you a hi to your WhatsApp.
where I have to text it, madam?
Sir, I can WhatsApp you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'll
Send me the
text you. Hi.
send me the WhatsApp, so I will revert back.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
So how we have to end it?
Sir, I'll end it from my end, sir.
Okay, okay,
You
okay.
can leave the studio.
Okay. StreamYard live show is there where